gee, you're an angel, you're an advisor to my business, I'm the founder, we're in that stage. Should I hire a senior person who's got years of experience? Should I hire?
Gods no. Stay away from that.
Who should I hire?
A former founder. You know what the good thing about startups? Most don't make it out. Like 9 out of 10, die. That doesn't mean it's a bad founder. There's a million reasons for the startup not to have survived. And most of the founders are amazing individuals. They know how to bounce back. They know how to pivot. They are focused on long-term outcomes on revenue. All of those things that I said are exactly the key attributes you want for somebody leading your growth team. If you don't have a former founder, go for somebody from a consulting background, one of the big five, somebody who's really focused on data, on precision, on running hypothesis, and on running a process. Growth is about running a process, not about being super smart. It's running a process.
I get you in terms of running a process. So we hire a former founder, probably one that hasn't worked out in the earlier stages. Great.
Yes.
Is that it? Do we just hire one at a time?
You want for a growth team to work out. First, it exists after your product team, obviously. Otherwise, you don't have a product. Generally, after your first few marketers, right, who are doing the traditional campaigns, the core campaigns, and you're going to create this startup in the startup, this team within the team, and they're going to take risks, as we talk as like a VC. Okay, what do they need to be able to do that? They need to be able to build and to ship. That means you have this former founder who's the head of growth / PM running the process. You're going to have at least one engineer, maybe a data analyst if the founder can do it, but usually the head of growth is the analyst in the early days. So you have head of growth, engineer, and one marketer / copywriter. That's your team.
Okay, that's the team. Now we know that as a structure. If you're advising me on hiring for that team, I've never done this before. How on earth do I structure the hiring process for that first growth hire?
You want to ensure that they can look at your data, which means you need to give them a take home that has some of your data. I would recommend hiding a few Easter eggs in there, some outliers, to see have they looked at the data, have they found the Easter eggs, and do they question the data set and those lines. That's the first thing. Okay.
Just so we're clear, when you say Easter eggs, this is an anomalous number that is outside of the pattern. Right?
Yes, absolutely. I will put a couple of logos that have very weird retention, revenue, acquisition, stuff like that, right? Behavior, things like that. Do they see that? All right. If they don't see it, can they really eyeball a data set? That's the first thing. What's their approach to risk, to making bets and coming out on top? How do they win? When they face interesting challenge, what's their approach? One of the key questions I always ask that is really out there, people don't expect it. I ask them have you played video games? I used to be a gamer before I had kids, all right? And maybe yeah, sure. Most people have played games at one point in their life, right? I'm cool. Tell me about it. What's the platform? What's the game? What's your strategy? How do you win? All right? Teach me, indulge me. Tell me about the rules and tell me how do you win. What makes a really good player in that game? All right? Do they understand the rules and can they think outside the box? Because that is growth, is understanding the rules, thinking outside the box, and making interesting, valuable bets, risk-adjusted bets. Again, as we said, the risk-adjusted works for your pipeline, works for the growth experiments, works as a VC. It's the same logic. So I'm looking to find, are they reasonable risk takers?
How many of the candidates do you find can actually do that? I'm thinking of mine now, and I'm saying I played FIFA a lot when I was younger with my brother. I don't know what makes me win particularly, and there's very different styles. It's not like chess or a kind of formulaic game where maybe it's more black and white on what makes someone win. Do you see what I mean? So I'm that's hard.
Have you played a board game like StarCraft?
I played Monopoly.
What's
what makes
your
you
strategy?
win in Monopoly is survival, longer than anyone else.
Okay, good. So how do you do that? What's your approach to surviving? How do you ensure you can survive? What's your strategy there?
I stay at the table when everyone else goes for dinner.
You can start drilling down to understand what is one person's approach. Obviously, it's easier when it's like a board game, like a StarCraft, a Warcraft, something like that. All right, and also, it's also because it's games that I know better. But even in more modern games, other games, like I try to understand that, like, and maybe you're not a risk taker, Harry. I mean, you, Harry, are not the right candidate for that. Right, that's my point.
Do you find that a bad hire is very obvious in growth, or do you need time to know whether they're a bad hire?
You mean somebody that I have hired and eventually comes out as a bad hire?
Yeah, exactly.
It's fairly obvious, pretty fast. It's pretty fast. Like they won't try aggressive things. It's all about being very aggressive, right? Let's go back to the things I talked to you about today. I saw your face. Like you're thinking like, whoa, that's crazy. That's out there. That's out of the box. Like, where's the box? Right? When you're doing those things, right? That is just aggressively thinking of like, what can I do that stands out? That is really different. People will question, this has to be a human? This is really valuable? Can that candidate do that? Or are they going to say, hey, we're going to run some ads and we're going to talk about product? Maybe that's a great marketer. That's a demand gen person. But it's the combo of being, let's say, very thoughtful about the odds and the bets and running the experiment in the scientific way, and being creative, aggressively creative.